products because our hair didn't naturally mold or grow or get twisted that way, right? So I know for me, trying to pull my hair, it's gonna bounce right back, right? So the only way they could change the texture of the hair was to apply heat that usually isn't applied to hair and also different chemicals. So I don't know how aware y'all are now, but a lot of those same products used throughout the 20th century have been linked to cancer and poisoning, right? There's a lot of lawsuits out against these companies right now for the types of products they were making. So, but even despite those conditions, no pun intended, we were able to innovate glamour and style. Just like think of all the superstars you saw coming up in the 1990s, or sorry, in the 1900s. That just had this energy behind them and caused trends by the way they wear their hair. John, you ever have a Jerry curl?
Never had a Jerry curl.
Fantastic.
I'm so glad to hear that. Who had the curl and the plastic couches and all that.
Yeah. You're far from the age of my dad, but there's a picture of my dad with a Jerry curl. When I tell you, every time I think of it, I start.
It is hilarious to me how something can be like the thing and then like seem so silly now. Right. And the stuff we're doing now is gonna seem silly, 20 years from now.
Yeah.
It's like Jerry curls and conks, and I still remember being a kid and seeing a lot like just seeing grown men just like with the spray,
with the spray and everything,
a bag with all their stuff in it, and I was just like, this don't make no sense to me.
2000 had just an extra large shirt going all the way down. And that was the style. That was like
It's been 1,000 trends since then, but I mean the same thing probably is said for the wicks, right? A lot of that's in Florida and everything where they just have the big old wicks of hair hanging out their heads. So maybe 20 years down the road, that might be looked at. They might be going back to Jerry curls. I don't know.
Jerry curls coming back.
Bringing LEDs into our hair in the next couple of years.
That is what I want to get to too, actually. So my question before we get to that is, do we change these products or do we leave them completely alone? What do y'all think?
Innovate them.
Innovate them, okay.
Take them and change it, make them better for next, repurpose rather than change.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, make them without those harmful products, those chemicals and everything like that. Things made in the lab.
Find natural replacements to some of them because a lot of it can be damaging to either your skin or your hair or to both.
Right. So, yeah, for sure. Yeah, maybe I'll have hair like Marcus one day, man.
The products is the standard. You got to change the standard or remove the standard.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Because I think the products all started off with people trying to look white or look whiter or look more respectable.
Mm-hmm.
And so straighter hair and all those things are seen as more respectable.
Yeah.
And that's why those products got created. And I think a lot of people don't know that.
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of people really are like trying to meet a standard that's like not realistic and they don't even know why. So I think it's a personal choice, but I also think everybody being aware of what our hair actually looks like, is supposed to look like, or has traditionally looked like, and be able to make a choice instead of just feeling like they gotta, keep up is something the main thing.
Yeah, right. Spot on. So I'm gonna come back to that point actually in a moment. So I did find this graphic that surveyed over 33,000 women, those who use products in their hair more than just 4 times per year. 4 times out of the year you use product in your hair. Twice as likely to develop cancer, and Black women are more at risk. So this included breast cancer, I think uterine cancer. I couldn't remember the word, but yeah, right, yeah. So so that's an astounding statistic right there. So, like I said, there's a lot of lawsuits out against these companies for the stuff they put in their products because I don't even know how they test it. Usually, like they have animal testing too. So if you don't test on animals, who are you testing it on? So, again, we can definitely expand on that topic a lot more. What's that?
Prisoners. The prisoners.
Oh, prisoners. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Aha. Yeah, that one. Yeah, that kind of one's right there. All right. So the future of fashion, especially when it comes to hair, a lot of the bans and discriminating practices have been only recently lifted from schools, jobs, and sports. So through the Crown Act, which I should have added in there, people are no longer able to discriminate against one's hair.
I think that actually just happened recently in Texas. I think a young brother in high school, he got suspended because his dreads were too long, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
It was a whole thing on that. So
yeah,
they still try to keep that under wraps.
Right. Yeah. It doesn't mean that just because it's not allowed anymore doesn't mean it still can't happen. For sure. Has anybody ever felt that they were discriminated or like were obviously discriminated for their hairstyle?
Not personally.
No.
Several times.
Several times. Can you give me one that isn't too triggering for you?
My first day working at Amazon, that was about when I stopped getting regular haircuts and started letting my hair actually grow.
Mm-hmm.
I remember my, I guess, supervisor at the time being very confused as to like why my hair looked like the way it does.
Yeah.
You know, he always had like different like jokes about it that he would try to like jab in, like the mop head.
Oh yeah.
You can fit anything up there, can't you? Just subtle jokes like that. It never really hurt my feelings, but I was like, okay, I get what you're doing here.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure.
You can say that for yourself, like back in middle school, I used to grab and grow my fur out all the time. And I would always just like keep my pencil in there or something like that. People always try to touch my hair and things like that. So now you say that, I'm like,
Yeah.
Touch your hair, like, dude, like, why?
Yeah. So that happened to me. That happened to me without consent one time. I went to a bar and I'm just walking by and there's like this white girl just like squeeze like just bops on my head. And I look back at her and like part of me wanted to just swing on her and the dude she was swinging next to, but predominantly white bar, probably would have been fighting everybody in there. Plus I was just trying to get a drink. I'm just trying to enjoy my space. And here I am getting pet by this white girl.
Exactly.
So yeah, I didn't like that at all. So yeah. And then to go a step further, just not being allowed to participate in sports or even attend certain schools because you have to maintain, this beauty standard.
That's what I was gonna say. It was weird now seeing like NFL, but like they made kids cut like when I played football, my friend Chris Duffy, like they made him cut his dreads.
Yeah.
He had I had another friend who had cornrows, they made him cut them.
Oh wow.
And they were just like, oh, it's not safe for you to wear it with your helmet on. Also, you don't care if we're safe. Right? But it was just I'm just thinking back to like how even just different it is now, and like sometimes you don't even realize like how different it's gotten in the past 20 years.
Yeah.
The freedom, and how many people had to cut their hair, and just like what that means, when somebody forces you to change your appearance, just to be able to do something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Someone I think maybe not the last Wakanda lines, maybe a few Wakanda lines ago, or maybe just out open. Someone was talking about how a lot of the Rastas decided to keep their hair long in retaliation against the beauty standards and everything that was trying to be forced on them. And then so a lot of the families who were coming from the Jamaican area or the Caribbean area, settling in New York, settling in different places like Busta Rhymes, musicians who come from different Caribbean families, that's why they had locks. And that's kind of like what revolutionized the rest of Black people to start growing out their hair a lot. So very interesting facts.
Is it weird to anyone else that no one in the locks had locks? Like I know
it's the wrong locks, man. Come on now. I don't want to see Jadakiss with locks. I don't want to see Jadakiss with locks. You want threes just like hard rapping dudes with locks? You think that's not gonna send a message?
I think it sends a great message.
Oh man, word. That'd be funny though. All right, so yes, the growth of natural Black hairstyles will call for products that suit its growth. So like John was saying, a lot more people are starting to wear the natural hair nowadays, whether the male, female. And also not just Black people, people around the world are starting to like twist their hair and different things like that. So just trying to think innovation, not just oils, creams, but technology too. You mentioned like LED lights, but also what kind of tools and accessories can be applied to our hair, whether they are just like little beads or crystals, or maybe you want to find a particular device that dries your hair a certain way or styles it a certain way. Maybe there's a UV light device that does something to the hair. Probably not a bad idea, but so one question for y'all: what's one hairstyle or accessory you haven't tried but would like to?
Jerry curl.
Actually, I
Your Michael Jackson cosplay, you got it.
Yeah, go out next Halloween, come with the press curl.
I've been doing different stuff in my hair, like literally for all my life. So like I permed my hair once, so I had it like real long. I had the Cat Williams going on for a while. I always do different things with it. So now I'm gonna dread it up. So that's what I'm
Word. Play's gonna play. Yeah, word. Mark, you have some too?
I would try Jerry curls. I'm not gonna lie.
I would try. You're almost there.
I'm almost there. The hair's just a little different. I bring my hair once in a while and stuff like that. But I would. I don't know if I ever could do locks or anything like that.
Fair. Yeah, it's different. It's not for everybody, for sure. Yeah.
We'll get some Iverson braids eventually.
I feel like the Jerry curl
like it is when I was like 16.
The Jerry curl is kind of like a white or a black mullet.
No, right, you're right. It's around the same time period too, so that makes sense. I I've seen Mullets come back. I think they can come back.
They're
They're here. Yeah. Probably not gonna go anywhere.
I think they're hilarious. I'm here for it.
You know what? I'm glad it's not coming back. Just, I mean, not that it would, like the white wigs that the white dudes used to wear.
Oh,
like
yeah.
Carter.
I'm like, if that comes back,
If that comes back, somebody need to get
World War
stuck,
III.
yo. Like,
Also,
someone
it's
need
not
to
laughing because all these people who love the founding fathers are like, you would think they were gay as shit. If somebody powdered their face to
Right.
make themselves whiter and threw on a wig in
Mhm.
Texas right now,
Yeah.
they would get beat.
Yeah.
Or shot.
Yeah. They got entire bars and altars dedicated to the founding fathers.
I always wonder, well, what kind of powder was that?
Just a lot of cocaine. There was a whole lot of cocaine. Cocaine has always been a thing in America. How people always
Just take a bump right off your hair. Just why not? Yeah. So I think that in the future, like Otis was saying, just like different lights could be applied to hair, like stuff that won't burn or explode in your hair. If they can figure out a thing for that, I think that'd be pretty cool.
They got the glow wristbands. They can find a way to, have one as sustainable as you can.
even the braids.
Yeah,
too, like
that'd be hard. I think I would try that with crystals. See if I can get the way, like the LED to shine into the crystal, something like that, to like do something. I think it'd be pretty fun. Yep. Just walk around, be a little disco ball. Yeah.
Do a little circuit extra with me. Just up in the braids.
Right. Yep. Cool. All right. Great ideas, y'all. Great ideas. So now on to mythology. So this question has like been in my head for a long time. Like I didn't understand what the difference between mythology or like spiritual. Well, not that I didn't know the difference, but I didn't know when does religion and spirituality become a myth, right? Because I don't know anybody who's praying to Zeus. I don't know anybody who's praying to Thor.
Well, Zeus is just it's a repurpose of the word the hail,
Right.
Jesus or something like that. Or
Mhm.
it's not even really. So it does come from spirituality, religion.
Right.
It
Yeah.
became a myth later on.
Mm-hmm. But there were like shrines to these Greek gods and whatnot as well. So even though they were doing it in practice to what the Egyptians or ancient Cometics were already doing, someone was still practicing that, and eventually became mythology. So I looked it up. I'm like, yo, is mythology fiction? And mythology is actually considered nonfiction. Most libraries will have mythology in the nonfiction section. Same thing with poetry, because all you're doing is telling a story from your culture that was used for storytelling and lessons and whatnot. So who here has seen a movie based on Greek gods? Yep. Who has seen a movie based on Norse gods? Chinese gods?
I don't think I have.
Really?
Well,
I mean,
animated movie.
but maybe I've seen something in like Kung Fu where they had represented as.
Yeah.
Not necessarily
Like Mulan.
Right.
So,
Sun Wukong. Yeah. So Dragon Ball, right? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so Egyptian gods, but with the black cast.
I'm making it.
God's
I'm
Egypt.
making it.
My man, yes, yeah. But you're making it because there's lack, right?
Exactly.
You haven't really seen
Y'all saw the Mummy. That was great, right?
Stop it.
Oh man,
Brendan Fraser saved everybody.
Oh man, Ben Fraser. So yeah, very few modern films and shows capture the essence of the African diaspora gods, myths, and folklore. Again, these are kind of spread out, but not a lot of major films have shown it, right? There's nothing like Thor or Percy Jackson and whatnot that's out there to teach about the African diaspora gods. Of course, not just Africa, but myths. I was like, oh hey, what's up, man?
Hey.
How are you? Doing great, thank you. It's not just Africa, but the Caribbean, and either North America, South America. So many diasporic traditions and faiths are still practiced today. That picture right there is the Orishas. The Orishas are worshipped by the Yoruba people and also people in the Brazilian, South American area. So real quick about the Orishas, when people were captured from West Africa and brought to the New World in South America, they disguised the people they're praying to as Catholic saints. So, for example, one of their gods would be named Saint Anthony. So they might say Saint Anthony out loud, but they're truly in their heart praying to a different god. So, so that was called Santeria, which is still practiced today as well. All right, moving on. All right, cool. So yeah, myths and folklore are meant to carry on lessons. They can and probably always will, changing how they're told, but will always teach. They can be told as comics, films, songs, plays, video games, and more. So, Tales of Orishas, that's a comic book that's out right now. I think it started sometime in the 80s and recently came back, so that one's pretty cool. There's another one called People Who Can Fly, or People Can Fly. That's Black American folk tales from across the country. Izoro, That one is a capoeira film. What's up, y'all? Hey, what's up? How y'all feeling? Cool. Bizarro is a figure in capoeira, which is martial art that I practice, who was pretty much like a capoeira master. And I think in that film, he like battles with one of the Orisha deities, something like that. So that one's pretty cool. I think it's on YouTube for free. So if you look up Bizarro or The Assailant, it should come right up. I think you would like that, bro. And also Black Panther, right? That's an easy choice right there. So all these stories are getting retold over and over and over. Yeah. Is there a particular film that are particular, either a folklore tale or a deity or something like that y'all want to see, or any type of spiritual practice y'all want to see kind of retold?
I want a Nazi movie.
I would love to see that.
Okay, yeah, that'd be great.
I love how he was portrayed in American Gods.
Yeah. I didn't get to watch it, but I saw a few clips. I know. I have time. Making things like this, I don't have time to watch that as much. But Nazi, I know through a couple different avenues. So there was a show called Static Shock. I don't know how many of you have seen it, but Nazi came as a superhero in that. So the main character, Static, he goes to Africa with his family and comes across a superhero named Nazi, who's pretty cool. Like, he speaks in parables and everything like that. He has trickster abilities, and they recently released a new comic on that, actually. So that was pretty cool. And then what was the one that came on HBO Kids? It was like a fairy tale show with Whoopi Goldberg was the host.
Oh,
remember that? Fairy Godmother song? Yeah, something like that. We all remember. We were all there.
Spider-Man just kind of retconned Spider-Man so that like the Spider-Verse kind of started with a Nazi.
Oh, really?
And that there was like an original African Spider-Man.
Oh, that's fire.
And me personally, I want to see the newest movie because I think Egyptian or like white gods of death are just all like super evil.
Yeah.
And they like portray death as like a bad thing or a thing to be avoided, as opposed to like I think the more spiritual like version of Anubis is more like a guide.
Yeah.
Like another stage of life.
For sure.
So I think it was
Yeah.
It was a recent show that came on Netflix not too long ago that kind of portrayed death in more of a guide. Like it was a show called Sandman. It was tied to DC. Yeah,
Gotcha.
Death. She was a black woman, and she was always really friendly and just helping people to get to where they were going, even if they weren't ready for it.
Yeah, absolutely. I definitely agree with that. There's actually an Orisha whose name is Eshu, and he's like the god of choices, basically. He guides you. He's known as also a trickster god. And when people from Europe came to that land, it was like, what's this deity? What's this thing? They called him the devil because they thought he meant for death. But it's like he was giving people choices and different paths to follow. So, but yeah, that was good. Anybody else want to?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
She's not folklore, but I would love to see
Beyonce.
her story portrayed. No. Amani Reyes.
Who that?
Who is that?
Why are you looking at me like that?
I don't know what it is either.
If I should put her on my altar, let me know. I just want to.
Well, no, she was a queen in Nubia
that
that fought against.
I know she had a last name. Okay.
Yeah, she took no L's.
Okay.
She faced Rome and basically was like, you come here, you're gonna have problems. I mean, there's a whole story behind her, but like she had one eye. She always led her troops. She wasn't a person to back down.
Okay.
And I love her story.
Cool.
So I would love to see her story portrayed more because there's no, besides Storm, who is fictional.
Right.
But as you know, a young girl, that would be awesome to see.
For sure. Yeah.
Maybe young black girl.
Right. Yeah, I think we got a little bit of that with the Woman King, right? But it would be great to see like more of that going on. Yeah. I think there was a Netflix movie called Amani, if I'm not mistaken. So it might be Amani or Amari. One of those. But yeah, cool. Thanks for adding that. Anybody else? No? All right, cool. Moving on. All right, cool. Just a quick graphic on African American household device ownership. So the darker color is the African American bar, and the middle blue one, Hispanic white, and then total population. So as you can see from the graph, after a few seconds of looking at it, Black people own more devices in their household than most other ethnic groups. So anyone have an idea as to why?
Propaganda.
You say propaganda, you said?
we're the consumers. Like we're usually the people that go out and buy a product first and then set the market for what people want later. So as soon as we see that new thing, it's like, oh, I got to grab that and test ideas and then talk about it to my friends about how I got this new cool thing.
I think also in a weird way we're poor, and so like there's like white families that go horseback riding and do all kinds of other like crazy stuff. And so I think two things: poverty and also communication. I think that we actually value communication and entertainment and like storytelling more than most cultures.
I agree. Yeah, that's kind of what I was about to say. I just think we love entertainment because we come from entertainment. Like a lot of things in our culture throughout history has been entertainment. Go
I
ahead.
think it also gives us like a sense of luxury.
Yeah.
It's something that we don't we lack because 400 years of oppression. So I think that's another reason why we take these devices.
Yeah.
And federal policy, like Obama, it's like the Obama phone, right? And we still see outside the train station, like you go to the suburbs, you do not see people trying to sell people phones and free tablets. So a lot of it too is like these federal programs that if you're on food stamps, basically they're going to make sure you have a device.
Yeah, very good. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, all right. So again, smartphones, tablets, gaming consoles, wireless headphones, smart TVs, internet streaming TVs, smart speaker devices, smart watches, virtual reality, which I didn't even think we was consuming that much of it. So that's pretty interesting. But with all that being said, I don't see the statistic really changing at any time. So I think it's important that we control our stories, right, and have a say in what comes through our waves for consumption. So entertainment is enjoyable, but we have to control the narratives. There are many Black stories of triumphs and mystery from the Americas, Caribbean, and back to the African continent, yet to be told on a bigger platform. So Black Panther, he's got a new video game coming up soon. Kazazimoto is out on Disney Plus right now. We've watched it a few times here in the Wakanda Alliance. There's a lot of African. It's basically a shorts program where Disney hired a bunch of African creators to create these 10 to 15 minute shorts for their platform. There's also one called We Are the Caretakers, which is a video game where I think some African deities are taking care of like a planet or something, like harvesting. So it was a game. It seemed pretty interesting. But yeah, so name one Black-led series, movie, or game that you are looking forward to watching. Really, really easy question.
The part 2 of Across the Spider-Verse, like it's a necessity for me. Like I have to see that.
Is it November that's coming out or is it later?
I don't know when the date is because originally it was March, but then the
strike,
the writer strike happened, and now the actor strike is still going. So I mean, I think that's still partially up in the air.
Okay.
And then whatever the next Spider-Man game is, for sure is going to be a Miles Morales game. The way that ends.
The way 2 is going.
So I'm really excited for both of those.
Right there.
All right, cool. Anybody else?
I was enjoying Luke Cage. I don't know if that's still going.
I feel like that ship has sailed a little bit, but I would want another season too. I enjoy it.
What would they do for the next season?
The way the second season ended, they could do a lot. They basically pushed it so Luke Cage basically becomes the kingpin of the Harlem area.
Yeah.
So like, there's so many things that they can go bring.
It's like Power, but he's got superpowers.
Exactly.
Comics
Comics are crazy different from the show.
He could team up with Daredevil.
Yeah, for sure. Right. Yeah. Again,
I started off peeping, so I think that would be cool too.
Yeah.
So like, there's a really cool story where Daredevil kind of is like a white savior. So like he kind of tracks this like crime syndicate to Harlem, but like not realizing that a lot of these dudes are kind of like, BLA, like they're like hustling for good reason.
Probably their environment.
Cage, like checks, and I think it would be really cool way to bring it all together.
Yeah, sweet. Yeah, I love that. Yeah, we got to send a pitch to Disney right now. All right, anybody else? Show you looking forward to?
Get on to me.
What's that?
Make it ourselves. Get on to me.
Yep. Call it Couplage, something like that. Sweet. All right, so cool. That brings us to our activity. So those of us who just joined, we were taking different words from today's lesson to kind of come up with our own idea. So I can go back and kind of scroll through if you like. Or you can just come up with some ideas off the top of your head. So yeah, we're gonna use today's notes to construct a story, idea, drawing, or your very own lesson to teach with, or one thing you will want to teach about. That's what we're gonna work on today. So I'll give y'all 25 minutes. I can kind of run back through it again, just kind of give you a brief. So we talked about mythology and different methods of telling stories. talked about fashion, talked about hair for a little bit, different hairstyles, what the future of hairstyles are, also what the past of hairstyles is. Talked about agriculture and how there's innovations in different gardening methods and different variations of agriculture and different technology, and also where it started from. So us being nomads at first, and then traveling to settling down to become gardeners and cultivating actual societies around what was available to the natural environment. And that's just like a list of different things we can talk about. Cool. All right, sweet. So there's markers and papers on y'all table. Feel free to chat or team up if y'all like. Yeah, put some music on. It shouldn't do a copyright thing, but I don't know. Good. What's up, y'all? Ace with the Wakanda Alliance here. Hope you're enjoying the Wakanda Alliance program today. Shout out to Deja for giving us some ideas of how to construct a new series about Africa, culture, the diaspora, visual arts, creativity, so many different things that we can explore through this. So I did my best. Hopefully things come off the proper way and everything. But yeah, I think it just opens the door for a lot of different conversations. Again, people are still coming in and conversing about all the different things that they can think of. I mean, when it comes to the African diaspora, there's no limit. There's so many different things to talk about, and even those who have been here today have been coming up with really great ideas and points that I didn't even think about, which is why I love doing Wakanda Alliance programs. So yeah, it's been beautiful. Right now they're doing an activity where they are picking different words from our lesson, whether it's something that I said or just a word that stood out to them, and they wrote it down, and now they're going to construct either a story, an idea, a business pitch, a story pitch, a lesson they could probably build off of something. Like, there's going to be some great things cultivated today at Wakanda Alliance. So shout out to the adults. Not a lot of kids here today, which is fine. This program is intergenerational, so I love having adults get creative. And really, if you need like a boost in your own creativity, come to Wakanda Alliance. We got a whole bunch of things that we can talk about here. So yeah, we're gonna try to make some things available offline as well. So look out for lessons plans. Gonna work on some memberships. So make sure you stay tuned to our app, stay tuned to our newsletter, go visit our website, give us some feedback if you've been to a program before. If you're liking a program or you haven't been to one but you still want to support, by all means donate to us via our app, the Galactic Tribe. You can donate $5, $10, $100 if you wanted to. We also have subscriptions. So if you want to pay, reoccurring payment of $10 a month or $20 per month or every 6 months, whatever frequency you want, you can do that all via the Galactic Tribe app. So I'm gonna get back to moderating and talking to people right now. We're gonna turn the camera around so you can see people in action. So we'll probably get back and wrap up a little bit later. But if you're gonna keep on watching, or you're gonna come back in about 20 minutes, you'll see what people came up with for their projects. All right. So this is Ace. Hope you're enjoying Wakanda Alliance. Talk to you soon. sweet. Let's hear these lovely ideas. Who wants to go first? Any volunteers? Should I spin the wheel? All right, cool. You got it.
Something like.
All right, light work.
But we're talking about agriculture, spirituality, art, and the diaspora, and then the hair methods really got my mind running. So I took that concept of how, the ancient Egypt, or Kemet rather, the god of Slayer, who went through and taught everybody agriculture stuff. So I took the upper and lower crown of Egypt, and I realized that the lower crown really symbolized the shape of Africa, kind of. So I took that shape of Africa, and then I used it as that's the hair method as well. So I made that the lower crown, the upper crown, and then inside of it is a cornucopia, so it's the agriculture as well. So I was gonna branch off some more as well.
Okay.
But that's all I got. Really.
I dig it. All right, can y'all see that? Y'all want to get a better look at that? That's fire.
Some light.
I like it. That's dope. What are you gonna do when we get home? We can put it on the fridge and make it a better.
I might even just take my iPad.
Yeah. Word, man. I would love to see that. That'd be a fire logo or something.
Exactly.
Sweet. Cool. All right, dope. I like it. A lot. All right, next. You didn't answer my question from last time, so you got no work to do. Okay. Okay, bartering. We talked about that earlier.
Like knowing somebody who knows someone.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. So I just do like a person's braids, like their braids are the roots.
Ah.
You got like a person in the apple who's connected to the girl in the little carry.
I like it.
Yeah.
I dig it. All right, cool. I like that a lot. You want to show the other table? Make show them a little closer because it's kind of a little faint.
Yeah.
It's a little faint. I love that idea.
And then
I've seen artists, man. Artists at work.
So everything is connected to the concept.
Yeah. There's almost I feel like there's an art piece like that at the AKG right now. It's like a black woman. I think she's like a tree, and then like her body is the root or her hair is the root, something like that. So definitely you should check that out. It's free to go. So go to the AKG. Sweet. All right, cool. Okay. Good job. Thank you. John?
Yeah, I've been playing with this idea about like Anubis bringing back basically like all of our oppressed ancestors.
Yeah.
This idea that there's like way more people of color than white people, and like throughout history, that's even more true.
Yeah.
So if there was like a battle between like all of the dead oppressed people and like him being the king of the dead,
yeah,
and just kind of like him raising the awareness of us, of our connection to our ancestors, and not us allowing those ancestors to like show up here, and kind of fight a battle for the future.
That's
dope.
Ancestors. I like that. I like that a lot. Y'all like that idea? That is fire. I need that in there.
We're gonna get it produced.
Word. Yeah. You think about all the different combat styles, different strategies that we developed. To a lot of people overlook Africa as strategic battlers just because of colonization, but we were doing this long before any of those armies came to us. So word. And we weren't just like fighting naked with spears. Like we had armor, we had all these different types of weapons and everything. So spot on.
With psychological warfare.
Right, that too. Yeah, that too. Dope. All right, cool. I like it. Great job. All right, over to this table. Sure. Safe distance. Who wants to start us off?
We worked together as a group.
Okay.
Our lesson was on self-sufficiency, focusing on food, agriculture, economics, family dynamics, consumerism, education, and survival.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Our lesson is a 4-week simulation / immersion experience where anyone could like make their own constitution, start their own government, start a society basically. So this was more so like a long form 4-week lesson.
Okay.
Y'all had a lot about week.
The plan of action, all right.
No, the plan.
Yeah, I know. So like, what we have here is like, we thinking about young adults or like, kids, and we saying that we have a plan that's like someone that could go in and infiltrate their community and just, wreak havoc and see how they, exactly, just see how they're gonna like, adjust to this person that's like, trying to ruin their lives, like like a Donald Trump in the hood.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I think that's going to deal with the issue of survival skills, because what do you do with people that don't follow the Constitution?
Mhm.
If you decide to banish them and they come back with the army of other folks, how are you going to protect your society? So we're putting them in a space where they're going to learn how to manage their own society.
Yeah. Wow. That's like an X-Men danger room for like how to run societies. Like that's fire. I like that idea. So it's a simulation, so it's immersion. All right, cool. Interesting. Because whenever I hear the word immersion, I'm thinking like Stranger Things where they dunk them in the tank and but you're thinking just the experience itself is immersive into the whatever you're going through.
Like again, it's a longer form lesson, actually taking them to like places.
Okay.
Link back to-
Yeah.
Like I provided a book that I had from a while ago from one of my classes.
What's up, y'all?
Freedom Farmers.
Okay.
Agricultural resistance to the Black Freedom Movement, and
Okay.
they give a history lesson up till now, like what has been happening when it comes to using self-sufficiency agriculture to gain our freedom.
You can take a seat right here. Yeah, cool.
And they talk about Booker T. Washington, W.E.B. Du Bois, and Fannie Hamer and her co-op. So it's like providing a history lesson, understanding that this is not just something that we're talking about, but this is something that was reality and that we can bring back and we can bring back better.
Okay. Wow. That is super cool. All right. I love that idea. Give them a round of hand. That was nice. Sweet. Okay. Wow. That was great. I'm glad you all had really fun ideas. For y'all who are just joining us, hello. How y'all doing? Got you. This is the Wakanda Alliance program. We do a program every second and fourth Saturday for people of all generations. We do coloring activities, we do team building, we read a lot of comic books as well. So glad y'all can join us. We're at the end, but feel free to stick around, talk to some people, hang out, color, get some food and all that. All right. Cool. All right, so all right, that was great, y'all. I think this is some great ideas. Anyone gonna expand on this idea when y'all get home? Anybody expand on your ideas when you get home? Yeah. For sure. Yeah. Yeah. Give us updates on it. Right. Cool. Right. Cool. All right. Well, yeah. If you enjoyed yourself today, definitely take a survey to let us know what you thought of today's workshop. Feedback is always great. It also does help a lot with getting funding. So let us know how you enjoyed today. It should also be up on our website. Our next events are November 11th and 25th. Yeah, I want to say 25th. So Thanksgiving weekend, probably won't have too much planned for that, but we're still going to do an event. And yeah, we enjoyed y'all time today. If you want to volunteer, you want to get more involved with the Galactic Tribe, go to our website and sign up. Of course, we got a Galactic Tribe app as well, so check us out on that. And yeah, that's all I have for today. So enjoy the rest of your day. Happy Halloween weekend. Have fun. Eat safe. Eat safe? Yeah, eat safe. Eat safe. You're going trick-or-treating. Be careful. Y'all doing trick-or-treating? Y'all doing trick-or-treating at all? Where are you going to be? Where I'm going?
Megan.
You're going to be who?
Megan.
Megan? Who's that?
It's
The girl. I got a friend named Megan, got a cousin named Megan, and an aunt named Megan, but you're going to be Megan from the Scary Movie. Nice. I like it. What about you, young man?
When you gonna be
Sleepy? Oh, sleepy vampire. All right, cool. Oh, because it's daytime, so you just get ready for your role. Because it's daytime, you get sleepy. Gotcha.
Blade right there.
Dope. This is cool. Are you going to trick-or-treat with them, sir? You have to, right? Word. All right, well, enjoy yourselves, all right? Be safe. Cool. All right.
Who else gonna take that?
You're right. A scary clown. Oh, yeah. We don't want that. All right.
I got custody of him.
Okay. Gotcha. Well, I appreciate you bringing them here today. So hopefully y'all come back on the 11th to hang out with us some more, all right? Cool. All right. Well, enjoy y'all day. Take some food with y'all as well. We got some takeout bags if you want to grab something to go. And we'll see you next time.